Hi everyone, it's Mr. Calvert here. As you know, on Monday the 15th, there will be certain children returning to school as part of the government plans to reopen schools, those children in reception and those children in nursery. We understand that some parents and carers may be anxious about children returning to school and have some worries about some of the safety procedures that we've put in place, as well as all the documents being on our website, so risk assessments and cleaning procedures and things like that. We also said that we would produce a video of certain areas of the school to show you some of the things that we put in place to make sure that we can do things like try and maintain social distancing where possible, and more just to show you what the classrooms look like, to show you that it's not a scary place, it's still a school. And I'm sure that once we get the children and staff back in on Monday, it'll be the amazing place that it always is. Okay, so the video's a few minutes long. Please take the time to watch it. And if you have any further questions from the video, you know where we are. Please get in touch. Thank you.
This is an example of one of our new nursery classrooms. It looks different from the usual classroom environment due to the government guidance. However, we have included activities and resources which the children will enjoy. When your child first comes into the classroom, they will be supervised sanitising their hands. They will then wash their hands using soap and water at the sink. They will then be asked to take off their coats and place them in an area of the classroom with the water bottle provided from home. Unlike our usual nursery classroom, the toilets are not inside the room. However, children will be asked regularly if they need the toilet. A member of staff will then take them to the toilet if it is needed. Changing facilities for children in nappies will also be provided. As you know, the children in nursery have their own carpet spots, and they are familiar with these. To support this routine, each of our classrooms' carpeted areas have spots which are placed 2 metres apart to ensure social distancing during carpet sessions and registration. Usually when your child attends nursery, they are able to choose resources from shelving units. To ensure social distancing is upheld, activities are now presented on tabletops. The chairs at each table are spaced out accordingly to encourage social distancing. However, children will still be encouraged to socialise. The equipment that is available on the table will be cleaned regularly throughout the day. On this table we have creative activities and creative materials including pom-poms, scissors, glue and pens. As we move around the classroom, we move into the reading area that the children can have access to in order to read books and stories. The next table is set up with maths activities, including sorting shapes and arranging shapes into patterns. As we move around the classroom, the children will also have access to small world animals and construction materials such as Duplo. This table is another example of a maths table with activities that include counting and sorting and arranging numbers. On this table, the children can explore mark-making materials such as felt tip pens, pencils and coloured crayons. The children will also have regular timetable playtimes outdoors with designated equipment. These will also be cleaned once that they are used. Now we will have a look at one of our classrooms for key worker children. Once again, as you walk into the classroom, the children will be asked to sanitise their hands. They will then wash their hands at the sink using soap and water. The children will then be asked to take off their coats and place them over the backs of their chairs. They will then place their water bottles that they have brought from home into their tray. The children in these rooms will be divided into their key stages. The desks have been arranged to encourage social distancing of 2 metres. However, children will still have the opportunity to talk to one another. Each child will have a tray of stationery on their desk. This will include an exercise book, pencil, pen, whiteboard, scissors and a ruler. The desks and chairs will be cleaned regularly throughout the day. Included in their timetable are opportunities for SPAG, phonics and maths as well as creative activities. The children will have regular timetable breaks each day. Each room will have their own bag of outdoor equipment. This includes bats, balls and skipping ropes. and this equipment will be cleaned regularly. The children will eat their lunch within the classroom and will then enjoy time in the playground. The reception classrooms are now located in our early years building rather than the main school building. When the children first come into the classroom, they will sanitise their hands. They will then be asked to wash their hands using soap and water at the sink. The children will take off their coats and place them in an area of the classroom with the water bottle provided from home. The children will have access to the toilet, which is also in the room. During carpet sessions and registration, the children will sit on their own spot. The spots have been arranged to ensure adequate distances between each child. To encourage social distancing, activities are placed on tabletops. The chairs at each table are arranged to encourage social distancing. However, children will still be able to socialise. The resources on the tables will be cleaned regularly throughout the day. The children in reception will have access to creative, paint, maths, mark making, phonics and reading activities at their tables. The children will also have regular timetable playtimes using their own equipment. All equipment will be cleaned regularly. At lunchtime, the children will eat their lunch inside their classroom before then having their usual lunchtime break. Throughout the school building, the floors of the corridors have been marked out using yellow tape. Although movement will be limited throughout school, this is to encourage social distancing while moving between key areas such as the classroom and toilets. Children will also have to social distance as they walk in a line on the corridors. When you and your children arrive at school, you'll be greeted by your child's teacher for their pod. They will stand on the X marked on the ground. There will also be members of the leadership team to direct you to the correct playground if you are unsure. You will be asked to stand on a spot marked on the ground in the playground. The spots are socially distanced. The teacher will then lead their pod of children into the school building once they have all arrived. At the end of the school day, you will collect your child from the same playground. It is important that you adhere to the times that are given for dropping off and collecting your child to ensure the safety of all pupils, staff and parents.